Hey everyone, Chris here with Daystate America, and today's video is on the BlackWolf. So if you got your BlackWolf and you want to change calibers, you're probably going to want to change the hammer spring as well if you go from a high power to a low power or vice versa. In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the hammer spring on the Daystate BlackWolf. To note, if you're going from like a 25 high power to a 30 high power, the spring is going to be the same. You're not going to need to change it. But since I went from a 22 high power to a 177 17 inch, I'm going to want to change the spring because the spring in here is for high powered. So let's dive into that now. So to change the spring, it's underneath here. So we're going to have to take the stock off. So this is where the T10 comes in handy. The first step you're going to do is you're going to take off the safety switch. So take this off. When you pull it out, sometimes this is going to come off. That's okay. It tells you, which way to go in. So there's only one way it can go in. So put that aside. And the last thing you need is the stock itself, which is a 5mm. Now this will come out. Okay, now that you've got the stock off, one important thing is to make sure that this is decocked before you try to take this hammer spring out. Otherwise it's going to be under tension. It's going to be really difficult to get back in there. So make sure it's decocked, which this one is. Then if it is, your screws should come out nice and easy because there's no resistance on them from that hammer spring. Okay, once you get both those out, there is two pieces that will come out. First is the housing, second is the wheel. And then we can lift this up and get that spring out. You'll notice this is a red one, which is a high power spring. Because we're now a 177 17 inch, I'm going to replace it with a lower powered spring. So now we just go in reverse of what I just did. Put this one back in. Okay. One important thing to note, there is a detent on this right here. You can see that ball detent. It needs to match up with the detent that is right here. So in that detent, this and this match. Put it in there, make them line up, just like that. Then rotate where you need to be. Now everything is back in unison. Put the screws back in, 3mm. Okay, and that's how you change the hammer spring. So now we just go in reverse order, putting everything back together. So next step was the stock. Now we can put the safety triggers back in. So I had this on safe when I took it off. So that means I need to have the same positioning when I put it back on. Otherwise, if you try to put it the wrong way, it's just not going to fit. So get that T10 again, and that's it. So in this video, we changed the hammer spring from a high power hammer spring down to a lower power hammer spring. All of that, very simple. It just shows how the BlackWolf is not just a rifle, it is a platform that you can build on. This is a gun that is going to continue growing with you on your air gunning journey. You may start out wanting to do one thing and then want to go to another. You can keep on doing whatever you need to do with one platform, which is the new BlackWolf. It's an incredible rifle, and there's so much more about this gun that makes it really exquisite and just one of a kind. Look out for some new videos. Thanks, have a great day.